Hello and welcome to the Senior High Teaching Team. We're very happy to add you to our growing family. In this video, I will explain some of the key elements of the Senior High programs. Senior High English has two primary objectives. Provide students with an opportunity to speak with a native or near native speaker of English, and assist in preparing students for the state-mandated English exam, which is a determining factor for where students will qualify to attend university. I'd like to start by giving you some background on how our programs are designed and developed. In order to do this, we need to consider the level of the students first. In China, we do not use the Western English proficiency level systems. We use Bloom's taxonomy directly to determine the kind of activities we design into lessons. As a reminder, because I'm sure everyone is aware of Bloom's taxonomy, Bloom's has multiple levels that include knowledge, comprehension, application, analysis, synthesis, and evaluation. These levels correspond in many ways to the Chinese government's standardized testing. Let me tell you briefly about Bloom's levels so you can have a better understanding of how we design our lessons. The levels of acquisition and how we incorporate them into our design system is as follows. At level 1, we have knowledge. These include questions and answers where responses to some of the questions can actually just be yes or no, or just simple answers. Pictures, drawings, and realia will help students give the correct answer. Correct responses are generally shown on the screen. Students need to be able to recognize the answers and speak them. At level 2, we have comprehension. This level shows that the student has understood information and can interpret it. We ask students to compare, contrast, illustrate, and classify at this level. We may use Venn diagrams, charts, tables, or any other illustration that allows students to see similarities and differences and make other comparisons. At level 3, we have application. Students are learning to solve problems by using previously learned information in a different way. We may use scaffolding and word banks to help students build, choose, organize, plan, select, solve, and identify. At level 4, we have analysis. We may ask students to classify, contrast, compare, categorize, or sequence at this level. At level 5, we have synthesis. Students should be able to create, design, develop, imagine, make up, predict, solve, and change. We may ask students to design their own brochures, websites, phone apps, or other creative projects. Level 6, we have evaluation. Students are asked to give extensive opinions, make judgments, and evaluate their work and the work of their classmates. Now, armed with this knowledge, I'll tell you more about the 3 basic levels we have and the kinds of activities in each so you know what to expect. At Microlanguage, some of our clients are vocational high schools. The students who attend these schools need to have a minimum rudimentary set of language skills so that they can function in the jobs they are training for. The level we have assigned to these students is C. At this level, we are concerned with Bloom's first 3 levels: knowledge, comprehension, and application. We also refer to the kinds of lessons as functional. By the time students finish lessons, they need to be able to function with the given language structures. Quite often, lessons at this level will start with an audio or video exercise and then require students to repeat phrases, sentences, and short talks as they practice using situational language. The next 2 levels pertain to the majority of our clients and differ only slightly. These levels are, as you might imagine, A and B. When we relate these levels to Bloom's, we assign Bloom's levels 1 through 4 to our level B and all of Bloom's levels 1 through 6 to our level A. For level B, this means that we design lessons that allow students to gain knowledge and comprehension and give them opportunities to apply and analyze this knowledge. For level A, we add elements of creativity and evaluation, whereby students may be required to create brochures, leaflets, websites, phone apps, and then evaluate theirs and their classmates' work, offering their extensive opinions along the way. The basic structure of every lesson, regardless of level, follows a standard pattern starting with a warm-up, which normally consists of 1 or 2 simple questions. This part of the lesson should only take 1 to 3 minutes. The warm-up is only meant to prepare students for the topic of the lesson, nothing more. This part is followed by either a vocabulary refresher or a receptive exercise such as listening, which could also be part of a short video. This part is usually followed by some sort of language usage exercise whereby students can either discuss answers, fill in blanks with words or phrases, discuss variations of vocabulary, or something similar. Some lessons may cycle back to another receptive skill and then practice again, depending on the topic and what needs to be covered. The last activity of most lessons normally includes some sort of role play, simulation, or other activity where students are asked to produce. Finally, approximately 2 minutes of each lesson needs to be dedicated to summarizing. For each lesson, the students are asked to reflect and summarize. The teacher should only make corrections and add any additional comments if necessary.